The lights across the stadium slowly settled into a soft glow as anticipation filled every corner of the venue. Thousands of fans stood shoulder to shoulder, their light sticks creating a breathtaking ocean of purple that stretched farther than the eye could see. Every cheer, every heartbeat, and every shared smile carried the feeling that something unforgettable was about to unfold. Paris had welcomed countless legendary concerts over the years, yet the atmosphere surrounding this stop of the ARIRANG World Tour felt uniquely emotional. It was not only about spectacular performances or elaborate stage production. It was about witnessing 7 artists reconnect with an audience that had patiently waited for another chance to stand together and celebrate music that had become part of millions of lives around the world. As the members appeared on stage, the excitement reached an entirely new level. The opening applause seemed endless as every section of the stadium erupted with joy. Even before a single song truly began, there was a powerful connection flowing between the performers and the audience. Smiles spread naturally across the members' faces as they looked around, taking in the sight of thousands of devoted fans singing their names. Those first moments often say more than long speeches ever could. Without needing dramatic gestures, the members expressed gratitude simply by standing together and absorbing the overwhelming love surrounding them. One of the most memorable parts of every BTS concert has always been the small conversations shared with fans between performances. These brief moments, often called ments, create a completely different kind of excitement from the music itself. They allow personalities to shine naturally, revealing laughter, playful teasing, thoughtful reflections, and genuine appreciation. During the Paris stop, those quiet conversations carried an especially warm feeling. Although each member spoke in their own unique way, the shared emotion remained the same. They wanted everyone in attendance to know that this night meant just as much to them as it did to the audience watching from every seat in the stadium. Some members joked about the incredible energy filling Paris from the very beginning of the show. Others paused for a moment, smiling as waves of cheers interrupted nearly every sentence. Instead of rushing through their words, they embraced those reactions, allowing the audience to become part of the conversation itself. The natural rhythm between artist and fan transformed simple greetings into unforgettable memories. Every pause invited another wave of applause, another chorus of voices, and another reminder that music creates connections beyond language. Throughout the evening, the chemistry between the members remained impossible to ignore. Small glances exchanged during conversations often led to laughter before anyone even spoke. One playful comment quickly inspired another until the entire group found themselves laughing together. These unscripted moments have always become some of the most cherished memories for fans because they reveal friendships built over years of shared experiences. Rather than polished performances alone, audiences are reminded that behind every global success stands a group of individuals who genuinely enjoy sharing the stage together. The Paris audience responded with remarkable enthusiasm during every interaction. Fans carefully listened to every sentence before erupting into cheers at even the smallest expressions of gratitude. Whenever a member attempted a few words in French or acknowledged the local crowd in a personal way, the excitement instantly multiplied. It demonstrated how meaningful even simple efforts can become when shared with sincerity. The exchange of appreciation flowed naturally in both directions, creating an atmosphere where performers and audience continuously lifted one another throughout the evening. As anticipation continued to build, attention gradually shifted toward one of the night's most exciting performances. The moment the opening sounds of Normal began to echo throughout the stadium, the energy transformed almost instantly. Fans recognized the introduction immediately, and countless voices prepared themselves for something they had been eagerly waiting to experience together. The excitement surrounding the song had already grown significantly, but hearing it performed live created an entirely different emotional impact. One of the defining features of a BTS concert has always been the extraordinary participation of the audience. Rather than simply watching the performance, fans become active contributors through coordinated chants, synchronized movements, and powerful sing-alongs. During Normal, the Fanchant became one of the evening's defining highlights. Thousands of voices joined together with remarkable precision, creating a powerful rhythm that blended seamlessly with the music. Instead of competing against the performers, the audience became another instrument within the performance itself. Watching the members react to that overwhelming participation became almost as memorable as the song itself. Smiles appeared naturally as they heard every section of the Fanchant arrive exactly when expected. Some members glanced toward different sections of the stadium with visible admiration, while others laughed softly, clearly impressed by the volume and unity filling the air. Those reactions illustrated how much the performers appreciate fans who dedicate time and effort to learning every chant and every response before attending a concert. The visual presentation during Normal elevated the experience even further. Carefully designed lighting moved across the stage in perfect harmony with the music, while enormous screens captured every expression and every movement in stunning detail. The production never overwhelmed the performance itself. Instead, every visual effect seemed carefully chosen to emphasize emotion rather than distract from it. Combined with the audience's synchronized participation, the result felt less like a traditional concert and more like a shared celebration created by everyone present. Beyond the impressive choreography and technical precision, the emotional confidence displayed throughout the performance stood out. Every member appeared fully immersed in the moment, performing with the relaxed assurance that develops only after years of experience together. Their movements reflected countless hours of preparation, yet nothing felt mechanical. Every smile, every glance toward the audience, and every interaction with fellow members appeared spontaneous and sincere, allowing the performance to feel both polished and deeply personal at the same time. The audience responded by matching that energy from beginning to end. Even during quieter moments within the performance, the atmosphere never lost its intensity. Fans remained completely engaged, following every transition with unwavering attention. Whenever the music swelled once again, thousands of voices instantly rose alongside it, filling the stadium with remarkable unity. It became increasingly difficult to distinguish where the performance ended and where the audience's contribution began because both had become inseparable parts of the same experience. Small details throughout the evening quietly reminded everyone why live concerts hold such a unique place in music. A shared laugh after an unexpected reaction, a member pausing to admire the sea of lights, or the audience responding with perfectly timed cheers all demonstrated that every performance becomes its own unrepeatable memory. Even when songs remain the same from city to city, the atmosphere changes according to the people gathered in that particular place on that particular night. The Paris stop carried additional emotional significance because international audiences often represent countless cultures united by a common love for music. Looking across the stadium, it became clear that fans had traveled from many different countries to witness the concert together. Different languages filled conversations before the show, yet during the performances everyone sang with one voice. That remarkable unity has become one of the defining characteristics of BTS concerts around the world, reminding audiences that music continues to overcome barriers that ordinary conversations sometimes cannot. During another quiet Ment, the members reflected on the incredible support they have continued receiving throughout the tour. While individual comments varied, the central message remained clear. They expressed sincere gratitude for every fan who had waited, traveled, and shared the evening with them. Their words carried emotional weight because they felt unscripted and heartfelt rather than formal. Moments like these often become the memories fans treasure long after the final encore ends. There was also a noticeable sense of comfort among the members themselves. Years of performing together have created an effortless understanding that rarely requires words. One member would begin speaking while another quietly smiled nearby, anticipating the next joke before it arrived. Gentle teasing naturally evolved into shared laughter, creating moments that reminded everyone of the friendships supporting the music behind the scenes. Those authentic interactions often become just as meaningful as the performances because they reveal genuine bonds developed through countless shared experiences. As Normal reached its final moments, the Fanchant grew even louder than before. The audience seemed determined to leave a lasting impression, and their voices echoed throughout the stadium with remarkable strength. The members acknowledged that incredible support with grateful smiles and appreciative gestures before preparing for the next chapter of the evening. Although the song eventually concluded, its energy lingered long afterward, becoming one of the defining memories associated with the Paris concert. Looking back on the performance as a whole, it becomes clear that its impact extended far beyond choreography or vocal ability. The true magic emerged from countless small interactions woven together across the evening. Every sincere smile, every spontaneous laugh, every heartfelt thank you, and every perfectly timed fanchant combined to create an experience that no recording can fully capture. Concerts become unforgettable because they preserve emotions shared simultaneously by thousands of people gathered in one place. For fans watching recordings afterward, those moments offer a meaningful glimpse into what made the night so special, even though experiencing the atmosphere in person remains impossible to replicate completely. The cheers, the glowing lights, the emotional conversations, and the extraordinary participation during normal all contributed to an evening that celebrated not only music but also the enduring relationship between BTS and their global audience. It was another reminder that while tours eventually move from one city to the next, the memories created during each performance continue living on through everyone fortunate enough to witness them, whether inside the stadium or through the countless recordings that preserve those remarkable moments for years to come. As the concert continued beyond those unforgettable moments, the atmosphere never settled into predictability. Every transition between songs carried fresh anticipation because the audience understood that no two performances are ever exactly the same. Even when the setlist follows a familiar structure, each city adds its own personality through the energy of its fans. Paris embraced that role beautifully, responding with constant enthusiasm that seemed to inspire the members to stay on stage just a little longer whenever they had the opportunity to interact with the crowd. There were moments when the music briefly faded and the sound of thousands of voices naturally filled the stadium instead. Fans called out the members' names, waved their light sticks in perfect rhythm, and created an atmosphere that felt almost impossible to describe with words alone. Standing in the middle of that scene must have been an emotional experience for the performers, who could see an entire stadium united by shared excitement. Rather than rushing to begin the next performance, they appeared to pause and appreciate the incredible view in front of them. One of the qualities that has consistently defined BTS concerts is the balance between massive production and intimate emotion. Giant LED screens, dramatic lighting, and carefully designed stage effects certainly create breathtaking visuals, but they never replace the simple power of genuine human connection. A sincere smile from one member or a grateful bow toward the audience often becomes just as memorable as the most elaborate stage effects. Those small gestures remind everyone that the heart of every performance remains the relationship between artist and audience. The members also demonstrated remarkable awareness of one another throughout the evening. During conversations, they frequently looked toward each other while someone was speaking, listening attentively and reacting with genuine interest. Sometimes a single comment would trigger laughter across the entire group, while other times thoughtful reflections created quieter moments that encouraged the audience to listen carefully. Those natural exchanges revealed a level of comfort that can only come from years of sharing both challenges and achievements together. As the excitement from Normal continued to resonate throughout the stadium, many fans could still be heard repeating parts of the Fanchant even after the performance had ended. It was a subtle but powerful reminder of how deeply audiences prepare for these concerts. Learning every response, every lyric, and every cue becomes part of the experience long before anyone even enters the venue. When those preparations finally come together during a live performance, the result feels incredibly rewarding for both the fans and the artist standing on stage. Another memorable aspect of the evening was the visible appreciation shown by the members whenever the audience sang together. Instead of immediately continuing with the next part of the performance, they occasionally allowed the fans' voices to fill the stadium naturally. Those brief pauses transformed the audience into the main performers for a few precious seconds. The members simply stood back, smiling proudly as thousands of people completed the moment themselves, creating memories that would remain unforgettable long after the concert ended. Although every BTS concert includes carefully rehearsed choreography and musical precision, moments of spontaneity often become the highlights people remember most. A playful reaction to an unexpected cheer, an improvised gesture toward a section of the audience, or shared laughter after someone forgets a line during a conversation all add warmth that cannot be planned in advance. These authentic moments remind fans that every concert is a living experience shaped by everyone present rather than a performance repeated exactly the same way each night. As the Paris show moved closer toward its later stages, the emotional atmosphere became even stronger. The realization slowly settled in that another unforgettable evening was gradually approaching its conclusion. Rather than decreasing the energy, that awareness encouraged everyone to treasure each remaining song and every remaining conversation. Fans sang louder, applauded longer, and celebrated every appearance on stage with even greater enthusiasm, hoping to make every final moment count. By the time the lights once again illuminated the entire stadium, it was clear that the Paris stop of the ARIRANG World Tour had delivered far more than outstanding performances. It had become a celebration of music, friendship, gratitude, and the remarkable bond that continues to connect BTS with millions of fans across the world. The small ments, the unforgettable normal Fanchant, and the countless genuine interactions throughout the evening combined to create memories that will remain meaningful long after the final echoes of applause faded into the Paris night.